been down that road with you, and girl, I ain't never going back. 'Cause a man can't forgive what he can't forget, and I ain't forgot you yet. So I'm not falling for that. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Told me when he raised me, son, he said never leave a job just halfway done. Whether it's work or love or a fight, anything worth doing's worth doing it right. Well, girl, you could learn a thing or two about getting it done and seeing it through. You tried to put me in the ground, but you only knocked me halfway down. So come on back, you got work to do at home. Well, girl, there's still a little meat on the bone. You left me only halfway broken hearted. So come on back and finish what you started. You don't leave your plow in the middle of the road. Never say yes when you really mean no. You don't drive a nail just halfway in. You don't stop your prayer before amen. You don't leave a man with a shadow of a doubt. There's still a little fire you gotta put out. You cut me hard and you cut me deep, but I still got a little life left in me. So come on back, you got work to do at home. Girl, there's still a little meat on the bone. And the crowd goes, wow.
Holy cow.
Look at there, Dangerous.
Everybody's
this place is
here.
packed in here today. Welcome to the Orange Blossom Social, everybody. I guess most of you all are not here to see us. That's the bad news.
Oh, man, I thought
none of these people.
I was getting a big ego.
Yeah, there. But we're glad you're all here, folks.
They're here to see us.
Yep, folks. Today's ticket day at the Orange Blossom Opry. So we'll tell you folks who are watching the podcast that throughout the podcast we may be interrupted by our buddy Mike, who's out there, because a lot of the folks here have numbers, and when they call your number, that's when you go up for your and get scheduled for your root canal.
Don't forget when they call your number to holler out bingo nice and clear.
Yeah, when they holler out your number, you all are supposed to get up
and then go to the office, and they'll take care of you. So in the meantime, say hello to Captain Curtis here, and Nathan Smith's back there. How about that? He's up early this morning. And, of course, Fast Eddie is here, and I see Kit Lang running around the audience out here as well. So we may tackle him for a while and see if we can get him up to play a few songs. Incredible weekend at the Orange Blossom. Oh, Heather Byers is up there.
Bosses are in the house.
Both bosses are up there. Well, the main boss is up there, and Roger's here too. So I got a story to tell you when it comes to wives. I'll tell you that real quick before we get going. We were talking. Do you ever tell your wife what to do?
No.
No. Does any man in here have the anatomy enough to raise your hands? Do you tell your wife what to do? You don't? Nobody does? Yeah. That's a smart move. I don't either.
You're not married, Kurt.
I don't either. Yeah, put your hand down, Kurt. You're not married. But occasionally, though, you'd like to suggest to your wife, honey, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now, is that okay? That's a good deal?
Yeah, you can make suggestions.
Suggestions, honey, I wouldn't do that. Like, sweetheart, I really care about you, and, I really wish you wouldn't ride that horse when I'm not here. Now that's loving, and as it's also, a nice way of saying, stay the hell off the horse when I'm not here. So anyway, I waited for my wife to show up Sunday, and she never showed up, and my wife was on the horse, and my wife has got a broken toe and banged up, everything looks all bruised up. She's fine, no big emergency or anything. But here's the best part of it all, y'all. The first time in my life, and men, you probably never heard this. My wife just said, I was wrong.
Did you get it on tape?
I went, praise Jesus.
I hope for your sake that she's not listening today.
No. She probably is listening, but it wasn't funny. Nothing's funny about it. And I love her to pieces. She's a tough girl, though. Let me tell you, my wife is a tough girl. And
more important than I was wrong. What a man will never hear is you were right.
No, that never came out right.
No,
that wasn't right. Well, she got on the horse when I wasn't there. She got on the horse in a difficult spot. That was the thing. Usually she gets on it out there in our little arena, and she got on a different spot. The horse just reared up and banged her up, and I feel really bad for her because she's all bruised up, and I don't like that at all.
My dad used to be a cowboy, and he's got plenty of scars to show from horses.
But here's what I didn't do. Also, being the good husband, I never once said, I told you so. I knew better than to do that. You don't do that either, right?
At least not in public.
No, I don't. You don't do that at all. You just, yes, dear, every husband. Hey, what's the story? Happy wife, happy life?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's just an accident, and it's a young horse. I think she's going to send the horse out now, which I think is, my wife is, I say this all the time, the smartest person I know. She's brilliant. She has a master's degree. She's way smart. She's not real smart. She married me, but she's way smarter than I am. So now she's going to send the horse out to get it broke and trained and all that. And when that horse comes back, we'll be giving kiddie rides.
Nice.
At the farm. Then I said, I want that horse broke so we can ride children on it. All right, enough of that. I love my wife if she is listening. Hopefully she's not moving my stuff out on the front lawn right now as we speak. Great weekend this weekend at the Orange Blossom Opry. A big old time. We had the Thursday show, kicked it off. This Thursday show, y'all, if you've not been to check out a center stage, these shows are really, really good. There's we're finding great singers, lots of new people, some people I don't even know showing up, that are on the show. And I think it's just making for a great, if you like music, a great show.
Yeah, they're continually getting better. I mean, the idea of bringing in the very best of the local talent is definitely the focal point of this show. And the people that we're getting are just incredible. We've got some of the very best local performers that I've ever heard.
I think it's awesome. Anyway, this Thursday there's a pretty good lineup too. What's that Jeff guy's name? I always botch his last name.
Jeff Slentz.
Yeah, man, this guy this Thursday is really good. Man. He's from Texas. Another thing I noticed is a lot of people on that show are from all over the place. Guys are driving from all over the place to be on the show to play here at the Orange Blossom Opry, which is kind of a cool thing. So people coming from, one guy was from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Jeff's coming from Texas to play this weekend. So that's kind of a cool thing that people want to come that distance to play on this stage with our silly little band. Anyway, awesome. Friday Night Live was an awesome show. We had a lot of fun. on Friday Night Live. Jeff has told me he's going to stay over and sing a few songs with us this Friday. And next Friday night, I've been talking to the guys who are in this Moody Blues band. And they're from England. I have to advance all the dates, and it's difficult because, first of all, the phone, to try to dial the phone, do you know how to put that, turn your 0 into a dot on the phone? I do now, but I didn't. If you hold your 0 on your phone, it'll turn into a dot. And if you're calling overseas, you have to have that dot and then the area code, and the number's that long. Anyway, I talked to them yesterday, and they're a couple all English folks.
So do you speak the same language?
Yeah, they speak the King's English or the Queen's English. You know, you can't understand them because they sound like they got a mouthful of marbles when they're talking. You know, I'll tell you, so whatever. But a couple of those guys are going to show up early, and next Friday, not this coming Friday, but follow, are going to come over and jam with our band a little bit on Friday night. So awesome. We'll have some English musicians here Friday. Saturday was awesome. ELO, was anybody at ELO?
Excuse me, Bobby.
Okay, Mike's got to say a number.
Numbers 942 to 947 are up next for the ticket lottery here out in the office. Go ahead and make your way out. Thank you.
We told you that'd be happening along the way.
942 to 947.
There you go. Buy tickets to Friday Night Live, y'all.
Yeah, buy lots of those.
Buy lots of those. Yeah, all right. Anyway, ELO, they were great. Don't get me down, Bruce. Yep. Here's the best thing about ELO. I had to leave, but they said, I strive really hard at the Orange Blossom Opry because all of these groups come in every weekend. A lot of times we don't know any of these people, don't know any of them. Sometimes they're old buddies of ours, sometimes they're friends, sometimes we don't know. I want every person that comes to the Orange Blossom Opry to leave and say exactly what that guy said. What a great crowd, what a great crew we had, how easy it was to work here. This is one of the best places, one of the best stops on the national tour, and he did exactly that. So hats off to all of the team, OBO team, for...
I didn't catch the girl's name, the girl singer with the ELO band. I do have to give her a shout out because she contributed to our ducks. She brought us some new ducks.
What the hell is with the ducks, y'all?
Yeah.
What?
It's a Kurt thing.
Don't put those ducks on anything of mine. I don't want...
Hey, don't hate on the ducks.
Don't hate on the ducks?
Don't hate on the ducks.
Roger just came back from duck hunting, so he
wasn't duck hunting. He was pheasant
hunting.
hunting. There's a big difference.
Ducks, pheasant, it's the same.
No, it's not.
It's a completely different hunting.
No, Eddie.
Ducks are in water, pheasants are on land.
Yeah, there's a big difference between ducks. Ducks are all dark meat. Are pheasants all dark? Their pheasants are white meat, right? Ducks are all dark meat, right? There you go. See, Eddie? You don't know anything. All right.
I never ate duck.
Well, have you ever gone hunting? Do you go hunting?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You know what?
Rabbit. My uncle had a really good rabbit dog.
And so you telling me that you are outside with a loaded shotgun in your hand?
Oh, yeah.
There's a scary thought right there.
Yeah.
Right
that
there.
was before the institution.
Yeah, well, yeah. Who was the guy that shot his buddy? Cheney.
Dick Cheney, yeah.
Dick Cheney. Yeah, go hunting with Dick
Was
Cheney.
he from Pennsylvania, too?
Yeah, he's from your neck of the woods, too, right?
Well, part of what we do here at this, in case you're new to the podcast, part of what we do is we're live on the internet. We have a YouTube channel. We have a Facebook channel. And part of what we do is we take your questions here. Yep. If you have a question, make sure you're raising your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. And but we actually have a question online. One of our Facebook pages has
Come
a question.
on online.
This is a two-parter.
A two-parter.
Yeah. Dave, do you do any songwriting?
No.
Second question.
Next question.
If there was a guitar duel between Bobby and Dave, who would win?
Dave.
Bobby.
No. Dave.
Well, the problem is there's no prize for first place in guitar. You
Correct.
know, you can be the most incredible guitar player in your mind, and if people don't come to see you play, what good are you? You know. So the idea, Bobby and I have the same mentality in that we play to put on a show. We play so people want to come hear us play.
Correct.
So you know, you don't. There's no such thing as a prize for first place.
I think there's a big deal. Kit's here today. He may be learning that. One of the things that we find out from this center stage thing, I want to talk about that for a second, is the fact of playing in a band. Now, there's a difference between being an incredible, crazy monster guitar player and being able to play in a band.
Very true.
I've had a guy here before that was an incredible guitar player, a very good guitar player, but just couldn't get locked into playing in a band. And there, as you become into the band, notice it's a real different approach to playing guitar. And we are playing guitar for you folks. We are playing music for you people and trying to work in the unit of playing playing guitar.
And we're really lucky we've got 3 that can do both of those things.
Hey, I have an idea, though, for our guitar battle of the guitars.
There will be no guitar battle, though. But
We'll
go ahead.
make Dave play right-handed. Hey, there we go.
There is.
That'll work.
There is that. But in answer to the question, yeah, you know, everybody plays what needs to be played to make it exciting, entertaining, and we strive pretty hard to play it pretty close to perfect. Yes, sir.
Paul from Peoria.
Hi, Paul. You want to stand up? Come on.
Hey, you have done a great job changing genres from blues to rock and roll to country.
Medication will do that.
Well, and I'm wondering, the talent you have is probably why. I think I have a good golfer who can play any type of golf course and score well. So as talented as you are, can you play any type of music and just know how to do it?
Well, Bobby's really good at rap.
Yeah. I was thinking disco with some mirror balls.
Well, you know, we're going to be tested on that.
Yeah.
Because we've come to find out that we're going to be backing the Diana Ross tribute. So
Yeah, we're going to back a Diana Ross
so you're
tribute
going to
coming
see
up.
how good we can really be at disco.
Upside down. Y'all know who Diana Ross is? Oh, you do?
I own a wah-wah pedal.
Ah.
Excuse me, I got to go buy tickets right now for that.
So I was on a Kenny Rogers tour, and Diana Ross was came out in the middle act. They used to have an opening act, which was our band, Sawyer Brown, and then they'd have another act, and then they'd have Kenny and Dolly. And eventually, we worked our way into that second act. And at one time, there was many, many different people in that second act. And Diana Ross was there and went home mad because the wallpaper in her dressing room wasn't the right color. Yes, sir. Question.
Questions on the internet.
So this one is from somebody we haven't heard from in a while. Her name is Charlene Jaquez.
Yeah.
Who the heck is that?
And she said, out of Dave, Bobby, and Keith, who has the most guitars?
Bobby,
They're not going to admit
for
that.
certain. I can unequivocally state that Bobby has the most guitars.
Probably so.
Because Keith and I have both actually been selling a few to fund others.
Bobby don't sell. Bobby don't sell. Bobby keeps.
Yeah, Bobby's a hoarder.
I keep all the guitars I buy. I buy new ones, but I was looking at buying a new guitar. There's another guitar I need, but I'm buying maybe today a bicycle. Everybody, I have difficulty finding big bicycles because I'm so tall. And when I moved here from Nashville, the moving company with those dudes stole my bicycle.
Excuse me,
so
Bob.
I'm buying a bike that's called a Sick Bike. It's made in Mesa, Arizona. It's got great big beach tires and a bunch of gears on it, and it's got ape handle things on it. It's pretty cool. Anyway,
It's number time.
Ticket holders, 9:48 through 9:53. Please head out to the office.
Awesome.
all right,
So-
come on, Kurt.
Well, hold on, real quick before we go on. I wanted to address that previous question. As far as the styles go,
Oh, yeah.
one of the things that we pride ourselves is being able to be versatile. You know?
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, if you will.
Big word.
No, we do our best not only to cover the genres that we're trying to cover, but to actually be authentic to it. You know, there's a big difference between a guy that can play country and a guy that plays country. You know, because a guy that plays country might be good at it, he might not be. A guy that can play country, you know, is authentic. He has the sound, he has the feel. There's quite a bit to it. And this band, I've been real fortunate. I've been blessed to be part of a crew that everybody in this group is very incredibly versatile. The hardest style to play? Honestly, to play it correctly is probably Western swing.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, I think for me, I mean, I'd like to think I'm versatile, and it looks like that to y'all, but to me, some of that music isn't really that different. You know, the classic rock that was rock when we were all kids is, excuse me, pardon me, is
country now.
Is kind of country now, you know, and so I may look pretty versatile, but I don't drift too far, me personally. Now, I don't drift too far, and our band doesn't drift too far from the core of the same melodic, same kind of stuff. We don't play heavy metal music. I don't believe I could last. I don't even think I could get in a heavy metal band. And,
Classic rock, southern rock, blues, and
Yeah.
modern country all have the same roots. So.
I think Kit, our piano players who came from not a real country background, is learning that because everybody says, well, you know, like a golfer, if you golf good, you can play pretty much any
can adapt.
golf course.
Yeah.
But if you play piano real good, say you're a great rock piano player, that doesn't mean you can play country piano. And if you're a great country piano player, and in my case, you know, I could never play in a metal band ever. I would be lost. So,
Yeah, you can't hear somebody doing a Scott Joplin rag,
Yeah.
you know, covering,
Yeah.
you know, covering B.B. King stuff. You know.
Fiddle's different too. You know, the fiddle we play. Dougie plays more of a bluegrass type fiddle, that type. I play more of a rock and roll fiddle. I'm more of a rock fiddle player. He's more of a bluegrass fiddle player. And then there's a violin player that, you know, both of us kind of hack away at that, but that's an entirely different thing, all
right.
played on the same instrument.
Well, we have another question online.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and move on.
Come on.
This question is from Judy Chafin on Facebook, and she wants to know if she's going to need her cowbell for the Christmas program.
I don't know if there's any cowbell music dangerous.
I don't know. You know,
I don't think there's any cowbell. Let's just say this right now. There'll be no reason for cowbells at the Christmas show. You can bring them if you want, though. Come on. We don't
Call
care.
it a sleigh bell.
Yeah.
Sleigh bells, yeah, there
Trade
you
it
go.
in for a sleigh bell. Get you. Yeah. Well, let's start selling sleigh bells, y'all. What are those jingle things that do the sleigh bells? Those
Yeah.
things. Awesome. All right. Any more questions out there? Y'all have any questions? Just raise your hand. Don't
Back
be
in the
shy. Don't be shy. Back in the back. Here comes Mike running. Look at him. Can you look at Mike? He's actually running. Yes, sir.
Hi, Ed, and I'm from Maryland originally, but my wife is from Michigan, and you guys had a tough weekend this weekend.
Yeah. Did they get waxed?
Oh, everybody got waxed.
The Lions too?
Yep.
Detroit, too?
Detroit too.
Yeah. They
It
lost
was-
to my Chiefs.
Yeah, it was a bad weekend for the Michiganders. But I got a question for each of you.
Yes, sir.
What's your most precious guitar, and what's the story behind it?
Go ahead.
well, my most precious guitar, I would have to say, is a guitar that I don't play here often. It's made by a guy named Tom Anderson in California, and it was my very first completely custom-built guitar. It was a guitar that was built specifically for me. It's all the woods that I picked. He even actually measured my hand and made the neck to fit my hand. And it was at that time, I've had it since 2000, so 25 years. And at that time, it was the most valuable guitar I'd ever purchased. In 2000, I paid a little less than $4,000 for it. So, but that's my, and that's the one. I always say they're going to bury me with it, but my son said he's going to dig me up. So,
My answer would have to be all of them. I've got stories, excuse me, about almost every one of my guitars. I mean, I've got some that I've purchased here recently, but I play my dad's guitar every night, just about every night. I've got a 69 Telecaster that I bought right when I was out of high school that I still have. I still have almost all of my guitars. I have my very first guitar back, an old Roy Rogers guitar. So my guitars, I don't have any kids. I don't have any children. And my guitars are all my babies, all my children. And so most of them, there's a couple. I mean, I got guitars. Wade Hayes just built a guitar for me, and it's a precious guitar. Dangerous went out and had this crazy logo made for it that's crazy cool, a Randall Caster. So, I'm sorry, excuse me.
it turned
y'all.
out pretty good. Thanks to JR for putting it on for us.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I think, you know, every one of my guitars are special.
Bobby's got some incredibly valuable guitars too, but for the most part, I mean, just from the fact that they're Bobbies, gives them a little extra booster.
I got a couple of them
Devalues them
spoken
to them.
for already. I'm saying,
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are already spoken for. So, if you want a guitar, get in line. Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt gets your Jeep. That's what he says.
Kurt wants my Jeep. But what is this? Do I look like I'm going to die or something? People keep coming up and go, "Hey, you old fart, when you croak, can I have your Jeep?" Sure. Yeah, somebody can have the motorcycle.
How about a horse ride?
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's move on.
I would say Keith's most precious instrument is his 5-string Lakeland.
that one that was
custom
in the
painted.
flood that the guy redone.
No. The
painted
one that he plays almost every night, that was custom painted by a good friend of his that unfortunately has passed on. But that's an incredible instrument too.
That would be his. All right. We don't have any more questions. We're going to move on here with the show.
Oh yeah, we got a show.
Yeah, we got a show. If you guys have a question, raise up your hand. So as Dangerous was talking about after the first of the year, there's a question over there, Mike. The I can't ever say
Brews
it.
and Blues.
Blues and Brews starts with a bunch of incredible blues bands coming in here on Wednesday nights. They'll
And
be
I
rocking.
can't wait. We have some incredible, world-class blues musicians. If you're a real blues fan at all, you'll know 90% of these. We have Ali Venable coming back. We have Walter Trout, Eric Johansson. Tinsley Ellis is coming in. Matt Schofield, the Fabulous Thunderbirds.
The Thunderbirds are coming.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're buying tickets today, do yourself a favor from me. You'll thank me for this. Buy a ticket to see Paul Thorne, y'all.
Paul Thorne.
If you don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know who Paul Thorne is, or if you've never heard of Paul Thorne, I hadn't either at one time. Do yourself a favor and take a look at that show, because that's something you will thank me for. Question in the back.
Before that, 954 to 964. Please head out to the office. 954 to 964. And now we got a question, Bobby.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Ken from Chicago.
Hey, Ken.
When is Lori Morgan going to be here?
I don't know. I don't know if I see Lori Morgan. They're saying that she's not on the schedule this year. Not on the schedule. A lot of not the problem. The issue with a lot of those people is routing. Is to say, hey, Lori, we want you to come and play here. I know her real well. She's been here before, both her and her buddy Pam Tillis. But a lot of times it gets right down to that's the problem is, because they have this place already booked almost into June right now. So that's how far ahead they work in advance. And so in trying to get routing dates, we're trying to get Sawyer Brown back in here again. And that's what we're running into as well. Is, hey, we got a date here, Lori. You could play this Saturday. Well, I'm in Montana that Friday. So a lot of the reasons some of those people can't get here is just simply because of routing.
And unfortunately, a lot of these acts, Florida is not exactly on the way to anywhere.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, that's true.
You can't be saying, "Oh, I'm going to be going from Nashville to Dallas. Let's see what's in the way. What's between here and Dallas?"
That's why
Florida.
a lot of people tour out of Nashville, because Nashville's, you can
Pretty
run
much in
over
the
to
middle.
Missouri, up to Michigan, anywhere out of Nashville is pretty centrally located. That's why a lot of people tour out of there. And that's the thing. We haven't talked to Eddie yet. Eddie, you got anything for us up
Hold
there?
on, let me go. I'll grab it while Kit's up here playing. I got that Confederate Railroad plaque I want to show everybody.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
sure. But hey,
I'll
y'all,
I'll
Kit,
grab it.
For some of y'all are here, we have the newest member of our band is Kit Lang, and he's here this morning, and he's an extremely talented guy on many other things that you don't see. Besides being an incredible singer and piano player, I also find out that this guy is a genius on the computer and websites and all of that stuff. He's unbelievably brilliant and has a background in all of that, which I don't even know how to turn the computer on. And although we talk about the Orange Blossom Opry website, I wouldn't know how to get on it if I had to. But he's here. Good morning, Kit.
Do you own a computer?
No, I don't. I don't own a computer. Why would I? Why do I own a set of golf clubs, right? I mean, why? There's things that you don't need to know. I mean, JR, why would you own a pedal steel? He's a great pedal steel player over there, buddy. But JR's here today. Let's get him to play a song. Can you play Piano Man? Because you're the piano man.
Is it you? That's the one you really
Well,
want.
you pick whatever you want. Hey, take a request. Somebody raise a hand for a piano song. Okay, you go, sir. What? There you go.
I never get totally tired of playing this song, and it's been a while. I don't get it requested here very much, so. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. A regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic engine. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes, singing la da 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 da, la da 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 da.
Yeah, where's the harmonica?
John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. He's quick with a joke or to light up your smoke, but there's some place that he'd rather be. He says, can I believe this is killing me? As a smile ran away from his face. Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place, singing la da 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 da, la da da. Help me sing it. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright. Now there are about 45 more verses to this song. We'll skip to the end. It's a pretty good crowd for a Saturday. Manager gives me a smile, 'cause he knows that it's me they've been coming to see, to forget about life for a while. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone smells like a beer. And they sit at the bar, they put bread in my jar, saying, man, what are you doing here? Well, la da 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 da, la da 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 da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You've got us feeling alright.
There you go. Kit Lang, everybody. Awesome job. Yeah, I forgot when I asked for that song, I thought, man, we won't be out of here till noon.
Yeah.
This thing goes on forever and ever. Let's see. Our Christmas shows are on sale, everybody. And they usually sell out every year really quick. If you're interested in coming to the Christmas show, we've been working on that. We have some extremely funny things this year as a surprise. We're going to have a newscaster that will help, is commentate the right word? The show.
I would suppose, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, there's a big tie-in between Thursday's Center Stage show and the Christmas show.
Yeah, because Jay's going to be our newscaster guy.
No, not that.
Oh, because
Ben Simmons is going to be Thursday.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Yeah, this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Simmons will be here.
Ben Simmons is going to be singing this Thursday on Center Stage, and he will be part of the Christmas show.
Yeah, we had a guy cancel out too, and Suzanne, I always call her Suzanne Summers, but that's not her name.
Suzanne Reynolds.
Suzanne Reynolds, Summers, same thing. She'll be here, and our buddy Jeff will be here on Thursday for Center Stage as well. Let's see.
And Shelby Lauren's going to be here also.
Yeah, you know, she's not. This is her first time on center stage, right?
But she was one of the Rising Star contestants.
But,
She
yeah.
was one of the finalists, yeah.
Yep. So it's first time on the new program.
Yes, this will be her first performance with the new format.
First performance. Hey, look here. Just some highlights, you all, to run over this on who will be here next year. Since you're out here buying tickets, I'm just reading out my favorites. How's that? Neil McCoy, Larry Gatlin, the Gatlin brothers, Forever Seeger. Man, if you're a Bob Seger fan, don't miss that show. That dude blew me away, and I'm not easily impressed. They were awesome. Gene Watson will be here. Mark Chestnut will be here. Twitty and Lynn, the frontmen. Tell them about the frontmen, Dangerous.
The frontmen, if you weren't aware, it's 3 of the very best singers from 90s country bands. It's Larry Stewart out of Restless Heart, Richie McDonald from Lone Star, and Tim Rushlow from Little Texas. The 3 of those have joined forces and started a supergroup called the Frontmen. So they're literally the frontmen of country music, the guys that were in front of the band. So that's going to be an incredible show. That one will sell out, I'll guarantee it.
Right. And they're awesome. They're
Yeah.
absolutely the frontmen. They were also known as guys that got fired from their own band, but the frontmen sounds a lot better. They're awesome though. They sing all the hits. Bellamy Brothers will be here. Kenny Evans will be here. Brass Transit will be here. Tracy Bird hasn't been here in a while, so Tracy Bird's going to be here. That's pretty awesome. And here's the Diana Ross tribute show. That's the day that I'll probably have COVID. I don't think there's any fiddle in Diana Ross shows, but we'll see. We'll get that lined up. Anyway, and I'll tell you something else that's been taken off a lot is a Party on the Patio.
Oh, yeah. Party on the Patio.
Especially now, y'all. I woke up this morning and went outside with a cup of coffee. I had to do some farm work. I still have my farm shoes on. And noticed when I was walking in here, I thought, I wonder if anybody's ever going to ask, how did horse manure get on the floor of the stage? Anyway,
we know.
We know that would be me. But I went outside this morning and with my cup of coffee and headed to the barn and went, this is it, man. I'm in heaven. Because the weather now, finally in Florida, is what I'm talking about. For the next few months, it's going to be just heaven here. So it was beautiful this morning. Absolutely beautiful.
But Party on the Patio is we have a question in the back over there, Mike, if you...
Yeah.
But Party on the Patio, we have some incredible acts coming in. This week we have, where'd it go?
I saw it too, and I can't find it. Sue LaFerb's out there, I think.
Yes, Sue will be there Thursday night.
There you go.
Gage Bolin will be Friday. And Suzanne Reynolds will be there Saturday.
I went to...
and we have to give a shout out to Lou. He was out there this past weekend, and he did
yeah.
a fantastic job.
I went to Sue's father's funeral a couple weeks ago. And I've sang at funerals before, and if I sing at a funeral, I know this is going to sound terrible. Don't hate me. But if you sing at a funeral for somebody you don't know, I mean that's kind of not so bad. You just get up there and do your thing. But man, if you sing for somebody you know, I couldn't sing for my dad's funeral. My mom's still alive. I had a tough. I saw Sue get up and sing for her father's funeral and just killed it. She was unbelievable. I don't know how she was able to do that. But she sang better than I've ever heard her sing. It was just spot on. Maybe it was something to do with something
I have
else.
a question in the back
yes,
over
sir.
there.
Come on.
Hi, it's John. Susan and I were at there's another venue called the Black Box up in Ocala. We met a guitar maker by the name of Robert De Benedero. He makes custom-made guitars that go for 10 grand and up. My question to him was, and I'm going to ask you, is strings for guitars can start from $10 and go into the hundreds of dollars. And I wondered what your comment on how that all works for you, whether they stay in tune better if they're expensive or if they're cheaper, does't matter.
When it comes to the guitar strings, we usually go with whoever gives them to us. Now, generally speaking, different strings do have, different qualities. But for the most part, as far as, where we're playing so much and so often, we have to change them. As long as they're relatively fresh, you want to keep your guitar strings clean, obviously. But to me, I'll only use guitar strings for maybe 3 or 4 shows, and then I have to change them. So like generally, it's once a week if I'm playing. And most people notice that I have several guitars that I play over the course of the weekend.
Jeez.
So I'm constantly changing strings. But I mean, it's
I usually use the same. I've been using those
the Diderios.
the Diodario strings or Didgerio strings. I've been
And
using those for a long time.
Keith's been with Ernie Ball for over 20 years.
Yeah, so that's-
yeah.
Do you have to pay more for the left-handed strings, Dangerous?
No, I just take them, flip them over.
Yeah, there are the. I'll tell you something that I did notice because of a lot of times I don't play a guitar for a long time. The question over here, Mike. A lot of times, like this weekend, I said I'm going to play this guitar, and I hadn't played that guitar in months, and the strings were funky on it just from sitting back there.
Just from sitting, dust
And another
accumulates.
thing I noticed that I need probably JR might know something about this, but I took the guitar off the wall and I hadn't used the guitar in a while, and so the strings are bad, and there was like hairspray all over my guitar strings. No, that's weird that would happen. So,
That never happens in my room.
Yeah, just my room. Yes, sir.
Does nut sauce make them last longer?
Actually, it does. The Big Ben's Nut Sauce is a product that I've used faithfully for about 25 years. It's literally a real fine grease that you put on your guitar at all the friction points. The nut, they call it nut sauce because you put it on the nut of the guitar, which is the retainer at the top of the neck. You put it, I even put it around the peg, tuning pegs.
Let me ask you this: have you ever? When I was a kid, I don't notice it so much now, but guys, some of these old guys, some guys put powder on their hands on guitars. I never did that. And then other people, I remember they used finger ease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, finger ease is a different kind of lubricant. I don't remember exactly what it is. I've never used finger ease. I use baby powder if I play outside.
Yeah, I guess
because most of my necks are gloss finish necks, and if your palm sweats at all, you'll stick to the neck of the guitar.
It does.
So I'll use powder to keep from sticking. So,
yeah.
And that's basically what finger ease is a lubricant that helps your hand slide and keeps the neck from getting all goopy.
Isn't it a really fine graphite? Because
I've
used finger ease when playing keyboards outside in the humidity here in Florida, because these are plastic keys. As soon as your hands get wet, they stick. I've used that same stuff that guitar players use to keep my fingers not from sticking on the keys.
I have to share a little story about Kit from this past weekend, Friday Night Live. If you've been to Friday Night Live or if you watch online, you notice that we cut up quite a bit. Well, me and Kit were jamming out, and Bobby was playing the solo to Dire Straits, and I'll go up there and I'll start banging notes on his piano, and and I'm not a piano player by any stretch of the imagination, but I know where the notes are. So this song's in D minor, so I went up there to hit the D note, and as I was going up, my guitar pick caught one of the keys, and it flew up into the air and fell perfect right between the keys and went down inside his piano.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
So I always know where I have a pick now in case I need an extra.
Yeah, you think like when you have an acoustic guitar, you always drop a pick in there. Those things are hard to get out. Wait till you see what we got to do to get
I'm gonna
this
have to turn
out.
that piano over and start shaking it.
I have a question coming in on the hotline from to the boss back there, Mr. and Mrs. Byers. It says, I've got a couple of fans that have reached out to me recently about the OBO. Are the owners still the same? Since I played there, I would love to get booked there again. Signed, Jamie O'Neill, who just sent me a text. Who's watching. So, Jamie, there, I just pushed a message onto the bosses there. So there you go, hon.
That would be fantastic.
We backed her up. She was awesome too.
Yeah, I actually got to back her up at a show in Kentucky a couple years back, and she is amazing.
Oh yeah, Jamie, and she was a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
she was good. She's an Australian girl, right? Isn't she from Australia? I think she is. Nobody knows. Hey Jamie, text me. Tell me if you're from Australia if you're watching. I thought she was. I don't know why I thought that. Anyway.
There's the boss.
We could take a look and see. We've booked everything through the end of June, but when we come back from break in August, we may be looking at doing something similar like we did prior years.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And that would be an opportunity to consider.
Oh, yeah.
Boss says, right off the press, that we take a break in the month of July and we'll look at getting you down here sometime the latter part of the summer.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Do I get a percentage of that now since I'm working this deal or what?
No.
No.
She was great. She was great. She's wrote a lot
She's
of
written
hit
quite a
songs
few
for
hits.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was great. It was great hearing her stories. I have her album back there hanging on the wall.
So that's how the booking gets done at the Orange Blossom. Just send a text if you want to play here, and we'll get the boss right up there. They're the ones that make it happen for you.
Okay, well, as he just demonstrated, one of the things that the podcast is all about is we do have a YouTube channel. If you happen to be online, you can go to our YouTube channel, Orange Blossom Opera YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe. Give us a like on our videos. You can watch replays of the videos. If you comment on the videos at all, even if it's just to say hello from Calgary, Alberta, or hello from, Scottsdale, Arizona, those comments get our YouTube feed out to more people. Where's she from?
No, it's some clown in the audience. I don't know. It says, how do I get booked in here? But see, I knew this was happening. It's some guy named JR.
Oh, yeah, well. We can't get him on center stage because he has a Thursday night gig.
Yeah, we try to get you on center stage.
But anyway, going back to the YouTube channel, we also have a Spotify channel. If you happen to use Spotify for your music choices, we have a OBO Spotify channel. We have an Instagram page. We have a Facebook page. We have all these social medias. Make sure you're going through. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Comment. Share it if you can. We have our free app is available on all your platforms. The app will keep you informed of all the acts that may be coming in, like Jamie O'Neill possibly. So, those announcements are made through all of our Facebook and our social media apps. So make sure you're going through and liking and following and subscribing. And sending in questions, because hopefully we'll get more questions.
I don't know if Jamie's going to answer. You ever use voice text on your phone? You ever go back and reread what you sent?
Yeah. Don't do that.
Did you just offend her?
Well, no. Boss said right off the press, we'll talk. Break in the month of July. We'll look at getting sometime the ladder, getting you down the ladder part of the summer. Awesome. So she knows that I haven't really kicked my drug addiction.
Eddie's got his album out here now, too.
Oh, yeah. Eddie.
Yeah.
All right, what you got, Eddie?
My Confederate Railroad
What you
plaque.
have?
I had been working on this one for a long time, actually negotiating with this guy. It's pretty cool. It's one of the really unique ones because they put the gold railroad tracks in that album. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
What album is that? The first one?
First one, yeah. Trashy Women, Jesus and Mama, all of them on there.
Yeah. Where's Dangerous going?
He's going to model it.
Oh, he's going to model. Oh, he's going to hold it up so you can see it better.
Well,
With the
while
camera.
everybody's looking at that, our next ticket, lucky ticket purchasers are 967 to 977, please.
There you go. All right. That was before I got in the band. That was their first record. Had Jesus and Mama in it. Let me tell you a couple of other things that are going on here that.
Good job, Dave.
We have some great tribute bands coming. Also, where did I see that? The Eric Clapton tribute band. That ought to be interesting. Is that on a Wednesday night? I think
Yeah,
it is.
that's the
Blues night.
second show of the Blues and Brews. The first show of the Blues and Brews is going to be our buddy Robbie Duran with Stevie Ray Visited.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been here several times. He's fantastic, one of the best Stevie Rays I've ever heard. And then Eric Clapton will be the week after that.
Did you know Eric Clapton, that George Harrison got Eric Clapton to play on his record, While My Guitar Gently Weeps? Did you know that?
I did know that.
Well, that's all right. Well, did you know that he stole his wife?
I knew that too.
Wow.
And you know Layla is kind of about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Clapton wrote Layla about George Harrison's wife.
So did he ask him to come over and play guitar and sit and play guitar? Because he said he went to George's house and he said, I got to tell you something. I'm in love with your wife. And he said, George said, just take her. So that's how that went.
That was the 60s.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Y'all just go ahead and take it, lad. Chap, whatever they say over there. Anyway.
Eric Clapton is one of the few. I've got a lot of guitar heroes, And I've been fortunate. I got to see Stevie Ray Vaughan live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw him in the 80s when I was still in high school. I've seen almost all my guitar heroes, Vince Gill, Steve Wariner, Ricky Skaggs. I've never seen Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
Not actually. I had really good tickets to see him in Dallas, and I couldn't find anybody to fill in for me because all the guitar players were already at Eric Clapton.
See, Clapton to me and Joe Walsh are guys that I like. I've never heard either one of those guys play a 16th note in their life.
Right.
They've never played anything fast in their whole life. And a lot of these kids and all that stuff, what do they call it?
The shredders.
Shredding. I'd rather listen to a guy like Eric Clapton or Joe Walsh play any day, because they just play so cool, and they don't play 100 miles an hour. I guess maybe what it is they play things I can relate to or things that I can understand, things that I can play, where those guys that are shredding, it's like, dude, what are you doing? I don't even know what you're doing.
Well, it's like the difference between speaking English and speaking the King's English.
All right. Nope. Same people. Sorry, I'm talking to Jamie O'Neill. Hey, hold on a second. Hey, Jamie, can you call me on the phone? We're doing a live podcast from the Orange Blossom Opry, and we'll have you on if you'll call. We'll see if she'll call now. Anyway, so we're jammering away about that. What were we talking about? I don't know.
We were talking about Eric Clapton, how his nickname is Slow Hand.
I like, yeah. But see, I like that kind of stuff. I think people can relate to that sort of thing. Let me tell you about some other people that'll be here for the Christmas shows, guys, along with us. Oh, I just hung up on her. Nice. Yeah, well, it happens.
I'm not calling him again.
Yeah, maybe she. I told you never to call me again. We'll see if she calls again. I don't know how I did that. Along with the Orange Blossom Opera Christmas shows, the Letterman will be here with the Christmas show, 2 shows that day. The Buzzcats are here on Christmas holiday, and Cody will be here with the Elvis Christmas shows, 2 shows that day, and of course Bob and the gang from Let's Hang On.
The Nelsons will be here also on December 6th.
Yeah, hold on, I just got to tell her this, y'all. Yeah, I know my dumbass hung up on you. Call me back. I'm sorry.
You never know what you're going to get with this show.
Sorry, folks. Just part of my everyday life.
Hopefully that voice-to-text didn't call her a dumbass.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
There we
Okay, all right. There we go. Jamie, how are you?
Good, Bobby. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm sorry I didn't mean to hang up on you. We do a live podcast here at the Orange Blossom Opry every Tuesday from 10 to 11. We've got about 50 people here in the auditorium that watch, and we're also live on many social media platforms. And so I read your text to everybody. Everybody, would you all like to see Jamie O'Neill again? Woo-hoo. There you go. So there you go. How are you?
I'm great. Good to talk to you today, and I'd love to get back down there.
Well, the boss is here, and we passed the message on. We take the entire month of July off, and they said we'd get in touch with you and try to see about making something happen the latter part of the summer.
That would be great.
I had a question. I don't think I'm on medication, but are you from Australia?
I was born there, born in Sydney, but then I was raised over here from about the age of 5 onwards.
There you go. See, I thought that they're all looking at me. Well, Jamie, we're going to try to get you down here. All the fans here love you. Take care of yourself, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you guys. I just got back from Pensacola. I always love coming to Florida.
Oh, now's the time to come to Florida, too. Hopefully the boss won't bring you back in August when it's 300 degrees down here. But so take care of yourself, ma'am. Thank you for checking in.
All right. Great to talk to you, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye. Jamie O'Neill, everybody. Yeah, rocking. Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. There you go. Well, that's
cool.
That's the cool part of this show. You never know what's going on. All right. But now, that JR guy that wanted to get booked in here, what about him? So send him to voicemail?
Yeah, well.
Okay. All right, on and on. Any more questions? We kind of told you everything that's going on out here. Hey, Eddie, can you ride with us tomorrow?
No.
Well, geez, Eddie doesn't ever want to ride anymore.
No, maybe next week.
Kurt,
maybe
you're
next
in?
One.
Kurt's in. Nathan, you're in?
I'm in.
Okay, you're in? All right. We'll leave here at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
We have a question right up front.
Come on.
Ann from Rochester, New York. When are you bringing Macy Mac back?
Macy doesn't live here anymore. You know, it used to be, excuse me. I don't know what's the
Used to
matter
be
with
pretty easy to get her in here. Now it's kind of a little more difficult.
Yeah, she's kind of moved to Nashville and working on her career. We have to, once again, it's a scheduling thing. She may call up and say, hey, I'm in town, and if we're jammed up, there's nothing we can do, but it's awesome talent. One of the things that I just wanted to talk about for a second, about this new show, Center Stage, that we're doing. One of the things that we don't talk about often enough is that when Dangerous and I were kids, we started playing in the beer joints. I learned how to fight when I was about 14 years old, playing in those places, and that's the only place we had to play. That's where we grew up playing music. And the Orange Blossom Opry, it's absolutely incredible that this show, Center Stage, is given a platform for these young kids to come and play in front of an audience who's, one, not drunk and throwing beer bottles, excuse me, two, paying attention to what you do, and a chance for them to work and hone in on their career. And, you know, I had a guy come to me and say, hey, Bobby, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, that's what this is for, is to come out here and you know, if you're standing here and not doing anything and the people are going to sleep, you better do something, you know. So the coolest thing about the Orange Blossom Opry, and specifically the show Center Stage, is allowing a platform, not only kids, it's not just kids, there's older people, to come and get on stage, learn to play with a band, learn to play for people, and have an opportunity to play where people pay attention to what you're doing. And like I said, you know, not want to fight your way in or fight your way out. I played many of those places as a kid. Hopefully that's gone away. Jamie, thanks for putting me on. So there you go. That was awesome. Where was I now? I guess we're
winding it up, but real quick, I wanted to touch on a few of the acts that are coming in over the next couple of weeks. Don't forget Friday or Saturday night we have Thunderbeard.
Yeah, I'm going to dig that because they're
the ZZ Top tribute.
Gotta be good.
Yeah, you got to be good if you're going to have a beard that big. And we also have Go Now, the Moody Blues is going to be next Saturday. Hotel California, if you haven't got your tickets already, you're out of luck. They're sold out.
Sold out.
2 shows with Hotel California coming in. We have a Tom Petty tribute coming in on the 1st of November, Free Fallin'. They're almost sold out, so get your tickets while you can. We have our Bon Jovi tribute, Crush, coming in. Soul Sacrifice, one of the very best Santana tributes I've ever heard. And, of course, Rocket Man, the Elton John tribute, is going to be coming in on November 22nd. So we have one more question here.
Yep.
Yeah, Dave from Ohio. Just wanted to say, did you hear that Vince Gill's going to headline a performance, an alternative to the Super Bowl this year, instead of Bad Bunny?
Well,
that would be awesome.
He's doing something that he's trying to compete with or something, right?
Yeah, they're going to do an alternative to the halftime show of the Super Bowl because of the uprising of Bad Bunny.
All right,
you know Bad Bunny?
Well, I'd rather see Vince Gill anyway. So.
I would rather, as opposed to Bad Bunny, I'd rather get a root canal. But let me ask you this question: about Bad Bunny? I don't know anything about him. I don't know, nor do I care that he wears a dress. None of that matters. The thing that I question is he doesn't sing in English. Why are we doing that? Hey, Butch, are you there?
Yeah, as opposed to Bad Bunny.
Whoa, I can tell he's listening to the show, and it's a little. You have to turn your radio down, your TV down, Butch. But so, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, when I was a kid, there was a guy named Butch Heath that was the big guy that played in my hometown. He played all the local shows, and he played open for. I always wanted to be in his band. He's still here. Hey, Butch, say good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing, sir?
I just wanted to let you know I had a booking at the Overpass, and I wanted to see if you could back me.
See if our band can come book you at the Overpass. Yeah.
yeah. How would that work?
Speaking of places you fight your way in and fight your way out.
Yeah, I know it.
Hey, you and Jan need to come down here and come to our Christmas show, Butch.
We're planning on it.
All right. Free tickets.
The weather's good.
The weather's good.
In about 10 days.
All right. Free tickets and free lodging for you and your wife. Come on.
What a deal. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Day, buddy.
See you, buddy. Bye. Well, that's wild. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny. But why would you book somebody that sings in all Spanish? What's the reason? Is there a logic behind that? None. Okay. Well, there you go. Bad Bunny. It is,
Well,
Boa. I don't know.
I'm part of the Hispanic community, and I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. Well, why didn't they get Roger Rabbit? At least he speaks English, right? I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I have no comment. I don't know. I don't have any opinion about it except it doesn't make sense to me. But I'll tell you this, you know, we all like to see George Strait and stuff like that, but those guys that play NFL football, you got to remember this. Most of those guys are kids. You know, they're only in their 20 years old and stuff. They're not people our age, so even though football is watched by a bunch of, you know, grumpy old men like us, maybe those guys like that stuff. I don't know.
They may.
Hell, they don't know who George Strait is. Kid didn't know who George Jones was till he got here, so we got him straightened out, right?
I think the reason they're going with Bad Bunny is the NFL's been expanding into other countries.
Yeah.
Like they did Sao Paulo last year. The Packers played there, you know, Europe and things like that. So I think they were trying to appeal to a more international audience.
He's from Puerto Rico. It's still part of the United States.
I get that.
Yeah.
No, but he's really big, like in other countries like Europe and especially in some of the Spanish-speaking countries. So maybe that's why they're doing it. I don't know. I'm just a question.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
He's really big in other countries. Maybe he can use that self-deport app.
Yeah, maybe so.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, Roger and Heather.
They're laughing.
We're going to get kicked off of TikTok, you know that.
Yeah, we'll be off TikTok. We're not on TikTok, are we?
That's the one we're not
Not
on.
anymore.
Not anymore. All right. Well, listen, a lot of cool things going on here at the Orange Blossom Opry. Roger and Heather Byers are both here, everybody. And, you know, they don't, they're the kind of behind-the-scenes folks. You don't see them on stage here. They don't, they're around every day. They're at all the shows, and they work really hard at this place to get all this entertainment here. You have no idea how much work goes on behind the scenes by both of those folks. So give those guys both a round of applause.
And
plus,
speaking of working really hard,
yeah, it's Roger's turn to buy lunch for me, so just break that applause big. Yeah, go ahead.
there are only 7 Friday Night Lives left this year. So if you haven't got your tickets for Friday Night Live, you need to get them because after the first of the year, Friday Night Lives go down to once a month.
Yep. So get your tickets there. When
you
they call your number up there, let's do it.
One more question over here up front.
Okay. Hi, Sheila Filkins from South Troy, New York. And my daughter works at the Holiday Inn in the Villages, and she informed us yesterday that she has a bunch of guests who come from 5-6 hours away in Florida and stay there for several of your shows.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Just to come and see you guys.
Well, I hope they're coming to see us.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the question. I was listening. I want to tell all you folks about this. That maybe I've created a nightmare. But you can, if you have a suggestion for us here at the Orange Blossom Opry, we've created a new email, and it's called simply suggestions@obopry.com, and you can send your suggestions if you want to complain about something. That's fine. I don't care. But I'm really looking for, positive, positive input at something. And I've heard lots of different things. So it could be anything about the shows or anything that you have let's say, positive suggestion. Send it to us because I look at all the emails, and if it's something that I think would help the Orange Blossom Opry, we'll take it to the folks to the top and see what they think. And, you send stupid stuff if you want. But you got to understand, people say, yeah, bring Garth Brooks. Right. Don't send something stupid like that. Because
I just sent you a text with a suggestion.
Yeah. Where to put the phone?
No.
Yeah.
A Bad Bunny costume for Halloween would work for you, right?
Yeah. This cowboy will not be doing any Bad Bunny outfit stuff. I'm the only cowboy in here that's got real horse stuff on his shoes. So I'm the real deal out there. Well, Dangerous, shall we head to the house?
I think so. It's
Thank you,
lunchtime.
everybody, for coming out. Thank you, everybody, for watching online. Come see us at the Orange Blossom Opry, everybody. You'll be glad you did.
Ticket holders.
You're off now.
Mike, your mic is still on.
Okay.